Once you got your red dot sight or whatever kind of sight you decide to mount on top of your rifle, would be an AR platform, an AK platform, or a shotgun platform, you would always have to keep in mind that regardless of the quality you're buying, this is still glass. If for whatever reason this ever fails you or you get dents or busted or something, I would highly recommend you to, whenever choosing a mount for your scope, unless it's a high power, I would highly recommend you to get a quick detachable mount. That way you will be able to do all kind of adjustment depending on your platform. You will be able to align in depending on the kind of equipment you will have in the front of your rifle. If you have one of those military lasers, pointers, etc., you will be able to move it and even go above it. In case you will have experienced a failure because the glass went bad of you or the battery, whatever, you will be able to detach it without having to carry any kind of tools in your hunting situation, your battlefield, depending on what you decided to buy a quick detachable mount for. For those reasons, I would highly recommend you, if you own a Trijicon MRO, to buy a Scalarworks quick detachable mount. This is extremely lightweight. This is a snack free. All you're gonna have to do is just play with the screw on the side. You don't have to carry any extra tool when you go to the range, when you go hunting, or if you use it as a duty mount for your platform, regardless of what you're gonna be using for. All right, friends, once you got your package on the mail, this is what you're going to be receiving. This is the box that the Scalarworks QD mount comes for the MRO red dot sights. Here is going to be the mount itself. It's just without the dot. It is what you're going to be receiving. And then you're going to have the business card with the description, instruction manual. You're going to have the installation tool. It is very easy to install. It's not rocket science. You don't have to go crazy about it. And then comes with the 4 screws. The 4 screws are going to have some sort of a glue on it. Once you shoot your first 60 round in a row, they're going to heat up and they're going to help with attaching the mount onto your Trijicon MRO. But we're not going to be focusing on this one. From the bottom, you can tell that this one was designed to be used for people who's going to be chasing the lightest, the strongest, and the most compact quick detachable mount that exists on the market as of June 2021 for the MRO red dot sight. This is extremely lightweight. This is really comfortable, and it's very easy to install. As you can see, it's gonna have all those screws over here. With the installation tool that comes on the screw, they will have all you're gonna have to do is to torque them. The specification for torquing the screw underneath to the MRO size is going to be only to 10 inches per pound. If you do not have the graduated tool for that, all you're going to have to do is just adjust it with your bare fingers. You don't have to crank it with a T shape kind of wrench. It's only very slight. It's just you can do that with your bare fingers. You don't have to do any special or take it to any gunsmith for it. As you can see, it is very hollow. It is very minimalistic. It is extremely lightweight. The height, there are 3 different heights. This one, it is the 1.57. This is for the lower 1/3 color weakness. I'll probably have to do a video on that one. When you put your sight on this one, your metal sights are going to be aligned on the 3rd lower portion of what you see through your sight, like this way. It's going to be on the 3rd. Some people, they prefer the lower full core witness. The height for that is going to be the 1.42 inches. And finally, the 3rd variant that is going to be for professional users and a few civilians who, whatever they plan to buy those for. That's with the height of a 1.93 inches high. That's for a use with a mask. So for me, I have no use for that, but it varies. The weight on this mount is going to be a 1.45 ounces. As you can see, it is very sturdy. Once you mount it on your rail, if you are using an AK, obviously you're going to have to go most of the time all the way to the front. For AK platform, I recommend you to go with a 1.42 full core witness because of the drop that they come with the AK is kind of lower than AR. The AR platform, the drop that they come is there is no drop, it's just pretty much flat. That's why I recommend for AR the lower core witness. 1/3 core witness, the 1.57 or the 1.93 for people who are just taller and they have a longer neck. This is made out of aluminum 7075-T6. That's going to be exactly the same material that is used for AR 15 open and lower receiver. This is built to withstand all kind of abuse. A lot of tier 1 operators, this is pretty much what you're going to be opting for. Yes, it is expensive, but remember, I would suggest all of you who are into prepping and all those things, fully gear yourself in a backpack and then walk your 5 miles, whatever you have planned in mind to do periodically training or pre-qualifications you do. And then I want you to train with your cheaper mounting system. The one that came originally with the Trijicon MRO, it's kind of bulky. It will do the job, but if your site ever fails you, and then you're in trouble. As you can tell, the installation with this one, all you're gonna have to do is just play with the adjustment screw. This is the way you're gonna open it all the way, and then when you decide the Picatinny section that you want to attach to, you're just gonna close it. Very simple. You don't need to carry any extra tools on your camping gear, deployment gear. You just play with this. As you can see, this is gonna be snag free. That is something that really drew my attention when I saw this one. If you are what is it called, assaulting force, one of the insertion teams that you're gonna have to go through parachutes underwater and things like that, this is gonna be snag free. The majority of the quick detachable base out there for all kind of sizes, they come with a lever or a stick over here, and they are kind of snaggy. This is all you're gonna have to do, just play with your fingers with it until you select the right portion in your Picatinny rail that you want to attach it, and then tightening back where you want it, and that's it. You're gonna only have to tighten it with your finger pressor. You do not have to over torque it or anything. You don't have to go anything crazy about that. It's very simple, and it's very consistent. The series is very consistent. I believe this is rated to withstand 1,500 inches per pound before you will be it's gonna be removed. And it's just extremely minimalistic, extremely light. It's just, this is proudly made in the United States, so you know you're supporting fellow patriots. And that's it pretty much about it. Very simple, very minimalistic. It is barely 1.45 ounces when you combine it with your MRO sight on the top. This barely weighs as much as holding an apple in your hand. So it's truly a very enjoyable. As always, friend, this is all I have to share with you. Thank you for following. Don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos. Thank you for your time. You all have a wonderful day, and God bless you all.